Making things more complicated than they are doesn't make things greater. Keeping things simple as they are doesn't diminish their value. Welcome to the Tea with T on Process Mining, Part 1. I have been a process mining practitioner since late 2015, published some articles and contributed some book chapters and delivered keynotes on the topic on stages across the globe. But I'm much happier and proud about the fact that I have been able to transform business processes in my own area of responsibility, as well as having enabled thousands of people around the world in so many organizations who are able to do the same, and much more, with the support of process mining. Yet, I am still amazed after all those years how we are talking about process mining. It's very technical, very formal, and filled with either bad analogies and buzzwords. Yet, there are already so many great definitions and presentations on process mining, and I can only recommend to start with a presentation from Will himself, which is called Do You Want to Start a Process Mining Project, published in 2018. Today, I wanted to give it a try myself. Once again, talking about feline animals. But I'm getting ahead of myself already. Let's start at the beginning. Imagine if a chain of events or activities with a specific beginning can be called a process, and we find its associated data in event logs in IT systems, then this data can be retrieved and analyzed in order to improve that process. In a particular case, the process could be called source to pay, and the events have names like create purchase requisition, create purchase order, record incoming goods, post supplier invoice, and issue payment. For each activity, we also save additional data that can be related to the name of a supplier, payment terms, or the prices. Mining is just a nicer word than retrieving, and measuring is not as fancy as analyzing. The event logs are usually already existing within your IT systems, meaning if you opened your ERP program to create a purchase order and clicked Save, you created a unique purchase order number, and the system knows whether this action was performed manually or automatically, for example, all saved in a log file. At the same time, the system also knows when it happened because each activity will get a timestamp. And if you went back into the purchase order at a later time to update, for example, the quantity of materials, then you did a change. This, among many other actions, is considered a change activity and would be an example of a manual rework. So, there you got it. Process mining needs three things. A unique what, which we also call a case key, in our example, the purchase order number. Secondly, we need the activities because we want to know about the life cycle of that purchase order from its creation, some changes, and ultimately payment, for example. And finally, we need the when of each activity, which is the timestamp so that we can learn about the sequence of activities within one particular case. And then you can analyze these what's and when's from a how perspective to try to find out the why, or why not. Next time, I will address some performance dimensions like automation, manual rework, cycle time, and variant complexity, which are great dimensions to measure using process mining. But for today, let's just keep following messages in mind. Process mining is not rocket science, but it can be used in any process domain and IT system, including processes related to rocket science. Standalone process mining will never ever be enough to improve your processes. Ironically, every serious practitioner knows that already, and only the attention thieves who actually don't actively use process mining themselves try to push the practice into everyone's agenda. Spoiler alert, humans are still overrated and underrated. Process mining is really simple but can have amazing outcomes. The area of a circle is pi r squared, and process mining needs a cat. Case, activity, timestamp, that is. And now, that cat is out of a hat. And that's my cup of tea. See you in part 2.